Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is now in session. The court is in session with 3 dockets. We have our trial docket, pretrial conference docket, and the announcement docket. First case is cause number M330286. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Kobe C. Mack. Ms. Mack, would you please come forward with your attorney? Oh, it's a jail case? Okay. Is he?
Your Honor.
Okay.
And I just checked, there's no one in your holdings, so
I think Sierra's gonna be down in the. Yeah.
Oh, it's a federal case? Okay.
so, and I haven't talked to him.
Hold on a minute. Let's check and see if he has a felony case.
Should have brought him on.
Yeah, they should have brought him up here.
So he doesn't
He
have,
doesn't have a felony.
when you send it to,
He was on the jail run in,
you send it to, sorry.
I did. I did.
Okay, just to have a see, we're gonna, well, I'll call your next case when they'll look into this case. The next case is, Samuel Hayden Falk, cause numbers M323227, cause number M332425. Mr. Falk, would you please come forward? Good morning, Mr. Falk. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Falk, you're represented in your case by your attorney, or in your cases by your attorney, John Macy. And again, Mr. Macy, how are you doing? Okay, now state, what is your, let's see, we have an announcement on this one. Do we have, hold on a minute. State, what's your announcement in, Mr. He has 2 cases. Mr. Falk's case is needed.
Your Honor, it's the state's understanding that,
March 25th. That's, Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in cause number 23 CCCR 1264. Case of style of state of Texas versus Derek J.M. Sutton Jr. Hmm?
Andrew?
Oh, well, she-
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Sutton, your full name is Derek J.M. Sutton Jr. How are you doing, Mr. Sutton? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Sutton, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Marivius Allen. And Mr. Allen, how are you doing?
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. State is represented in this case by Attorney Erica Porter or Mr. Andrew Hubel. Okay, state is represented in this case by Attorney Andrew Hubel. Attorney Hubel, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge, and yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Allen, what is your announcement in Mr. Sutton's case?
Yes, we'll look to set this for the next available bench trial date with,
Okay.
being present.
Okay, don't we have our motions right there for mistrial? You
I
gonna,
believe the
say
state's agreed to it, but.
you're gonna set it for a bench trial, that's what I heard, right?
We could just set it for a normal trial docket, Your Honor, but
So you want it on the trial docket?
and we could just perform a bench trial from there.
So you're saying that if the person does not appear, or your witness does not appear at the next setting, you'll probably do a bench trial? That's what you're saying? Okay. Okay, give us 30-day, trial date. Just reset it for April, first week in April.
April 1st.
Is that enough time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, this case is reset to April 1st of 2024. Mr. Sutton, your attorney is going to get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Okay, and you have a blessed day as well, Mr. Allen. Mr. Jeff. Mr. Jeffries. Oh, for Gertz? Okay. I was looking, I didn't see your name on here. Okay.
Yeah, it caused some confusion.
Okay, this is cause number M33292A, case of style of state of Texas versus Nancy Marie Schultz.
Michelle, can you place your first background? Behind the day.
Ms. Schultz, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
That's good. Ms. Schultz, you're represented by your attorney, Ryan Gertz. Now, Attorney Gertz is not here standing in for Attorney Gertz. His attorney, Benjamin Jeffries. Does Mr. Jeffries have your permission to stand in for Attorney Gertz?
Yes.
State is represented in this case by Attorney Erica Porter. Attorney Porter, how you doing?
doing great.
And Mr. Jeffries, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
That's good. Now, Mr. Jeffries, what is your announcement in Ms. Schultz's case?
We're just looking for a reset today, Your Honor. Mr. Gertz is in Galveston and having a hearing out there. And looking for a future date.
Give us a reset date,
It's May 13th.
May 13th of 2024. Ms. Schultz, your attorney, Mr. Jeffries has reset your case to May 13th, 2024. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. Mr. Jeffries is gonna give you a reset. Once you get the reset from Mr. Jeffries, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You go.
Cam knocked out Tom, who I think he's in a hearing in the CDC.
Oh, Thomas, Kelly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, he has one too. Okay, the next, Oh.
Mr. Garza too.
I see,
Okay.
I know. Next case is cause number M 329-224, case of style of state of Texas versus Yeoman Die. Die. Mr. Die, your full name, is it Die or Day?
It's not.
Die, okay. Your full name is Yeoman Die?
You
Human, okay, Human Die. How you doing, Mr. Die? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Mr. Die. Your attorney of record is Attorney Ryan Gertz. Attorney Gertz is not here. However, standing in for Mr. Gertz is Attorney Benjamin Jeffries. Does Mr. Jeffries have your permission to stand in for Mr. Gertz?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Mr. Gertz, I mean, not Gertz, Mr. Jeffries, what is your announcement in Mr. Dye's case?
We'd like a reset in this case as well, Your Honor. Same reasons, Mr. Gertz, just out of,
Now, this case is on our announcement docket. I see here, this is all the case. Yeah. This is an old case. I mean, it's
I'm gonna email Mr. Garris. He's pretty good about getting back with me. So hopefully I'll find out exactly what he wants to do with it. I'm gonna send him an email this morning and see if he'll respond.
okay.
If you wanna give.
Yeah, I'll tell you what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put it on the pretrial conference docket,
Okay,
which is a step away from trial. We don't, you still, it wouldn't be set for trial, but we'll be closer to that, to a trial,
yes, sir.
okay? So give us a pretrial, conference date.
How much time you need, 30 days, Judge?
Yes,
Uh,
yeah, because I would anticipate Mr. Gertz to be available next month,
That'll be April.
April 1st. Okay. Now, Mr. Dye, your attorney is, Attorney Gertz. Stay in contact with your attorney. Mr. Jeffries is going to give you a reset. Once he gives you that reset, you're free to go. And again, stay in contact with your attorney and your bouncer. Okay, you can get his reset. Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
all right, you have a blessed day. And we have Mr. Kelly.
Yes.
Margarita T. Loza. Margarita T. Loza. Okay, this is cause number M 333-712. Case is style of state of Texas versus Margarita T. Loza. Miss Loza, how are you doing?
good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And Miss Lozer, you're represented in your case, well, your attorney of record is Attorney Tom Kelly. Attorney Kelly is not here. Standing in for Attorney Kelly is Attorney Benjamin Jeffries. Does Mr. Jeffries have your permission to stand in for Attorney Kelly?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Jeffries, what is your announcement in Miss Loza's case?
We'd asked for a reset, Your Honor. I'm not sure where we're at in this whole process, if this is new or older, but we'd like a reset if that's a possibility.
Okay, state, you have any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
Okay, give us a reset date.
Is that on the announcement?
Yes, it's page 2 on the announcement docket.
May 13th.
Okay, this case will be reset to May 13th of 2024. Mr. Jeffries is going to get your reset. Once you get your reset from Attorney Jeffries, you'll be free to go. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bouncer, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too.
Are there any more?
Should be it for me, Your Honor.
Oh, let me check.
Yes.
Terrence and Kelly. Okay. All right, Mr. Jeffries, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next case is cause number M 332-790. Case is style of state of Texas versus Antonio Maldonado. One. Okay, this is cause number M 332-790. Case is style of state of Texas versus Antonio Maldonado. Mr. Maldonado, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Maldonado? That's good, Mr. Maldonado. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Scholar Parks. Attorney Parks, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor, thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Parks, what is your announcement in Mr. Maldonado's case?
Your Honor, I think we'll be able to resolve this case if we could please have a plea setting before the trial date, or you can do the plea at the next trial setting.
Okay, so you want us to set it for plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, give us a reset for plea. He's on a pretrial conference docket. Okay, this case will be reset to April 8th, 2024 for a plea. Mr. Maldonado, your attorney is gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. Stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Parks, once you get your reset, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I know. The jury.
Next case is, next two cases are cause numbers 23CCCR 1020, cause number 23CCCR 1022. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Raven Amon January. Ms. January, your full name is Raven Amon January. How are you doing? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. January, you're represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney James Paget. Attorney Paget, how are you doing?
I'm blessed, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, Mr. Paget, what is your announcements in Ms. January's cases?
Your Honor, it is our initial appearance. However, we're moving quickly. I've received all the discovery. My client has all the information now. We're going to meet within the next few weeks and discuss all the discovery, either by phone or in person. We should be able to dispose of this case. But we also have an offer.
Okay, give us a reset date.
That's fine.
Yeah,
It should be disposed.
well, you want to put it on a plea docket?
Whatever pleases the court.
Yeah. This is Ms. January, page 4 of the announcement docket. You can keep it on the announcement docket.
Okay, April 13th, I mean, May 13th.
May 13th?
May 13th.
Okay, Ms. January, your cases will be reset till May 13th, 2024. Your attorney will get copies of your reset. Once you get a copy of your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman, and you have a blessed day. Michael Glenn Taylor. That's yours, Mr. Paget. Good morning. Do we have, prosecutor? Okay, this is Michael Glenn Taylor. Cause number M 326-410. Mr. Taylor, How are you doing?
I'm blessed. But so,
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And Mr. Taylor, you represented in your case by your attorney James Paget. And Mr. Paget, what is your announcement in Mr. Taylor's case?
Your Honor, he has a felony out of the same transaction.
Oh, he's a felony?
On
Okay.
5/28/2024. If we could put the misdemeanor case on the same
Same
day as
day?
the felony, will make things quite easy.
May 28, 2024, the felony is reset. I'm gonna reset it with the felony. Mr. Taylor, your attorney is gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you will be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's see, did we have? Jose Humberto Mendoza Jr.,
Right, sir.
okay? Mr. Mendoza, on page 4, he's appearing via Zoom.
Your Honor.
He's appearing Zoom.
Before I let Mr. Taylor go, this is a different Taylor. I'm representing Michael Glenn Taylor Jr.
Michael Glenn Taylor, that's what I called, Michael Glenn Taylor.
I'm seeing.
Well, they don't have nothing on here, they just say Michael Glenn Taylor. They don't say junior or senior. Let me look, hold on a minute. Hold on, Mr. Umberto, put your mic on mute, we'll call your case again.
No.
Jefferson County Court Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session. And calls number 23CCCR 0867, case of style, state of Texas versus Jose Humberto Mendoza Jr. Mr.
Yes,
Mendoza,
sir.
hearing via Zoom. Mr. Mendoza, how are you doing?
Good, good. How about you, sir?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Mendoza, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney James Paget, who is present in court. And Mr. Paget, what is your announcement in Mr. Mendoza's case?
Your Honor, I've received all the discovery on the case. I now have an offer from the state. So if we could, my client works out of town. If there's any way you would allow 45 days on a plea docket,
Okay.
this case will be disposed of.
Okay, give us a reset date, 45 days.
And then just want to make it clear that he definitely needs to be here in person.
Okay. Well, we'll give us that date.
It'll be May 15th.
Okay, Mr. Mendoza,
April.
Yes, sir.
this case will be reset until April 15th of 2024. You need to be here in court in person. Your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your court date. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. And again, you need to be here in person on that date.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Mr. Mendoza, this will complete your case. You're free to go. And you
Okay.
have a blessed day.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Okay, your attorney is I guess, doing the sign. He wants you to call him.
No, I'll contact him.
You gonna contact him?
I'm
Okay.
gonna bother him with.
Okay,
Oh.
Thank you. I apologize.
Okay.
Zoom.
all right, you're free to go. You have a blessed day.
You too, sir. Thank you.
And Mr. Paget, I think this is the
That's it,
last
sir.
case.
Thank you.
You're free to go and you have a blessed day. Yes. Number M325548, case of style of state of Texas versus Sherman Lynn Barnes. Mr. Barnes, Ms. Mosby? Ms. Mosby, could you let him through?
Your Honor, if I may, I was appointed in this case, and since that time, Mr. Barnes has started working, and he's met with another attorney he'd like to hire. So he's asking for a reset so he can hire that attorney.
Okay, say you have any objections? Okay, how much time do you need to hire your attorney?
About 30.
Give us a reset date. This is Mr. Sherman Lynn Barnes. He's on the announcement docket, the second case, page 1.
May 20th.
Okay, he wants to hire, okay, that's May 20th of 2024. Mr. Barnes, your case is reset to May 20, 2024. Give you an opportunity to explore hiring an attorney of your choice. Ms. DeLodge is still currently your attorney. So stay in contact with Mr. Lodge and your bondsman. If you hire another attorney, your attorney is going to file a motion to substitute, like having a substitute teacher.
Right.
Okay, so your other attorney will substitute in for Mr. Lodge. Okay?
Correct.
Okay, Mr. Lodge, you're gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from Mr. Lodge, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. Mr. Lodge, this is on the case.
Only one thing.
You're free to go as well.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah. He has a cause number?
most of those.
Mr. Rapper, any announcement, Dr. Shaw?
We have, Mackey, Schneider, and we have,
Yeah.
oh, the bailiff went out there with them? No, I'm talking about, just now. Dickerson? Okay. Let's see, Dickerson. I need to get my, well, we need to make, MIS or whoever aware of that. What happened was there was a case guy had in his court. They looked in Odyssey, it wasn't that. And then, so they went back to the old systems. But the guy said he had been here several times. They found the case, right? And so we trying to figure out why it wasn't transferred. So I'm like, shit, he's probably not the only case that wasn't transferable. We might have a whole bunch of them out there. And I don't know how they're gonna be able to find them, but
Yeah, we've got new tablets over in criminal district.
yeah, yeah. But anyway, here we go. Mr. Kobe C. Mack.
Michael Mackey.
Oh, that's the wrong, no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong, no, it's, let me do this here. I'm gonna go with Jason Eugene Rapper.
Yes, Your Honor, he's here. Your Honor, Mr. Rapper is a veteran, and I'm in the process of qualifying him for
For Veterans Court? Okay. Now, Mr. Rapper, your full name is Jason Eugene Rapper. Raper, you pronounce it Raper?
Yes,
Okay. And how are you doing, Mr. Raper?
I'm doing well, sir, yourself.
That's good. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And Mr. Raper, you're represented in your case, which is cause number 23CCCR 2044 by your attorney James Macon. Attorney Macon, how are you doing?
It's Monday, Your Honor, I'm getting through it.
Okay. And Mr. Macon, what is your announcement in Mr. Raper's case?
You know, in Mr. Raper's case, he's a veteran, and we're in the process of qualifying him for the veterans programs.
Okay, let's see. You already made the application to
Yeah.
them? They usually, I think the pretrial is in April. They're on a little different system from the pretrial, aren't they?
Yes, they
Yes,
are.
Your Honor.
Let's reset in about 60 days.
What doctor?
We're gonna keep them on the, it's on the announcement docket.
That'd be
You wanna
fine.
keep it on the announcement?
That'd be fine, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah, Jason Raper. No, she's been resetting people to May 13th. And if May 20th and May 13th, those are the two dates. Let me see. Let's do May 20th, it's a little further out. It's a week later.
May 20th, okay.
Yeah, that'll be about a little bit more than 60 days. It's gonna be reset at the May 20th. Mr. Raper, to give your attorney an opportunity to make the application and see if you qualify for the veterans program.
Yes.
Okay? Now, Mr. Raper, your attorney's gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir. You also.
All right, you're welcome. That'll be May 20th. Let's see.
They don't do it.
Presented in your case by your attorney, Attorney James Macon. And Attorney Macon, how are you doing?
It's still Monday, Your Honor.
Now, see, at the bottom of this case, it says that the defendant has another case, cause number 23CCCR 1930. Is that a,
It's a BWI apparently.
okay, okay, I'm just wondering why these cases are not together.
Yeah.
Do you have a cause number?
Yeah. I don't know.
You had a case number? You had the case?
Yeah, it's 23 CCCR.
Mark Baggert is his attorney. on that case.
1930, right?
Mark Baggett is his attorney on that case.
Yeah, but we need to keep them, you want to keep these cases together?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
When is that case
That
set?
case is April 24th on the announcement.
Okay, so we're gonna put this case on the same. State, do you have any objections to that?
No.
Only problem is, yeah. That other case is a newer case. They're not in the same criminal episode.
Right.
I mean, we could put them on the same docket.
Mhm.
Okay,
I'll put it on that document.
what date is that?
April 24th.
April 24th.
Yes.
Mr. Schexnayder, your case is gonna be reset to April 24th, 2024. With your other case, stay in contact with both your attorneys, and your bondsman. Once you get your reset on this case from your attorney, Mr. Bacon, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Mr. Bacon, you have Michael
Mackey.
Corridon Mackey, is it Corridon?
That's the trial setting. We're keeping it on the trial document. But that's a Wednesday, April 24th.
Unless we put it on the 22nd.
Whatever y'all want to put it.
Well, you want to put it just that Monday?
Yeah,
Monday.
yeah. Yeah, we'll keep them in the same week.
I took a have a seat.
Yeah, so you have to see it until y'all turn it in.
Oh, this is Mr. Mackey?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Mackey?
How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Mackey, you represented in this case by your attorney, Mr. Macon. Mr. Macon, you want to keep this case on the trial docket?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now we need to, we probably need to give a number one setting on this one. This is a pretty old case. They're gonna give you a court date. Once you get your court date from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Keep it for trial. Okay. You saying a dismissal?
Yes, sir. Joe. It wasn't on the 100%.
This is cause number 23CCR 1490. The case is Style, State of Texas versus Joel Muniz Jr. Mr. Muniz, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Muniz, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Muniz, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Muniz, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Muniz?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Muniz, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Charlie Rojas. Attorney Rojas, how are you doing?
Doing well, Justin.
And Ms. Rojas, do you waive a record in Mr. Muniz's case? We do. Mr. Muniz, I have before me in cause number 23CCCR 1490, a motion to forfeit the weapon, in this case, to the Beaumont Police Department. Mr. Muniz, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defense?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Muniz, before you signed and initialed this document, did your attorney, Mr. Rojas, go over this document with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything that Mr. Rojas went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
And are you asking the court to grant this motion to forfeit the weapon to the Beaumont Police Department?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Muniz, the court is signing a motion to forfeit the weapon, in this case, to the Beaumont Police Department. And state, you have an additional motion?
Yes, sir. Motion is not.
Okay, Mr. Muniz, the state is dismissing this case for forfeiture of the weapon. And I'm signing the dismissal. You'll be able to get a copy of this dismissal from your attorney in about 1 minute. Mr. Muniz, I just signed the motion to dismiss. You and your attorney can stand in front of the court coordinator to get a copy of the motion to dismiss. Once you get a copy of the motion to dismiss, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
And Mr. Rojas, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Terrence. Thank you. Add to. Are we gonna have to add that case on from the law? Jefferson County Court of Atlanta is back in session. The court is in session in cause number 23 CCCR 0228. The case is style of state of Texas versus Juan M. Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez, would you please come forward?
Mr. Rodriguez is not present today.
Okay,
We had an agreement last time, but for a workout on this, I think.
okay, so it's a motion to dismiss.
That's my understanding.
Yes.
This is Rodriguez. Let's see. Rodriguez is represented by attorney Jeffrey C. Odell. Mr. Odell, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. The state is represented in this case. Let's see. Having a brain.
Down here in over a month.
Yeah, yeah. Out of sight, out of mind. Huh? How you doing, Miss Simmons?
I'm alive.
Oh,
That's good to hear.
she just survived the board exam. That's what she's saying.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Mr. Odell, I'm signing the motion to dismiss. I just signed the motion to dismiss. You can get a copy. Once you get a copy from our court coordinator, you're free to go. You have a blessed
Thank
day.
you, Judge.
All right. Colby C. Mack. Mr. Mack, would you please come forward? Oh. I think I got the, oh. Mm. Jefferson County Court of Law number 2 is in session. The court is in session on its announcement docket. Next case is called number M330286. Case is style of the state of Texas versus Colby C. Mack. Mr. Mack, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mack, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Mack, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mack, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Mack?
I'm doing good, sir. How about you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Mack. You're represented in your case by your attorney John Macy. Attorney Macy, do you waive a record in Mr. Mack's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Mack, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office, and this information, it alleges that you Holmes C. Mack on or about March 28th of 2021 while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 1.5 or more. Mr. Mack, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Mack, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
You're supposed to just check that Class A misdemeanor only at the top.
Oh, the A, that's the one I originally checked, Judge. I thought that was wrong. So
Yeah.
it's not that one.
Right, it's not that one because, just a Class A misdemeanor.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Mack, excuse me.
And then I checked the one that said DWI second, and I knew that was wrong. So
Right.
I checked the middle one. I ended up checking all three, and it wouldn't erase it, so I had Andrew
Oh, okay,
erase it.
okay. Now, Mr. Mack, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Mr. Mack, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment, is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on the line next to boxes checked no contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certifications. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mack, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Macy, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything that Mr. Macy went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mack, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Stay up for safe one.
Any objections? No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. And the court will also take judicial notice of the court's file. Mr. Macy, you've advised and counseled Mr. Mack. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Mack, your attorney, Mr. Macy, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mack, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you're mentally competent to stand trial. Will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. What's this court cost? State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
The agreement for a plea of guilty or no contest, the state has offered 20 days jail, 13 days credit.
Mr. Mack, state is offering that you serve 20 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You'll be given credit for the 13 days that you have already served. The court cost in this case is $377. Will you be able to pay the $377 court cost? Okay, now, Mr. Mack, I also have before me a document that is titled Affidavit of Indigence. Mr. Mack, I'm handing this document to your attorney. Mr. Mack, do you recognize that document? On page 2, there's a signature, actually it's near a line that is titled Defender's Signature at the top left-hand corner. Do you see that?
Yes.
Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, is everything in that document still true and correct today?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mack? The court is going to find that you are indigent. Based on the finding of indigency, the court costs in this case will be waived, which means you won't have to pay it pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Mr. Mack, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mack, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Mack, this will conclude your case. Please stand next to the bailiff, follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you can follow the bailiff and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Macy, do you have any other cases?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Macy, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, Mr. Howard came over from, his felony.
Who is the prosecutor?
I know you brought him up, I said he came over from his felony.
This is cause number 23CC Ciara 0820. Case is style of State of Texas versus Paige Diane Dickerson. Ms. Dickerson, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Dickerson?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Dickerson, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Todd LeBlanc. Attorney LeBlanc, how are you doing?
Good.
Mr. LeBlanc, what is your announcement in Ms. Dickerson's case?
Judge, I believe it's something that, I need 30 days. This is our first appearance together.
Okay,
And we need to go over some of the discovery, and then I anticipate it. But we can set it on another announced docket.
Okay. okay, State, you have any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, give us a reset date.
May 20th.
Okay, this case will be reset until May 20th of 2024. Ms. Dickinson, your attorney is gonna get you reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna send it to judge, just a second. And I was out here.
Mr. Provo. Was Ms. Provo's case reset? Marva Provo on Terry Jerome Booker Jr.? That's a jail case.
Mostly.
Franklin and prosecuted drug court.
Okay, Justin Savoy. Who is Justin Savoy? He must be outside talking to Mr. Reynolds.
Yes, Mr. Rose is outside. You're right, though.
Marcus Ray Vidal. How you doing, Mr. Vidal? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Vidal. You're represented in your case, cause number M333880 by your attorney Dustin or Galmore. Mr. Galmore, how you doing?
I'm great, Judge. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Galmore. What is your announcement in Mr. Vidal's case?
Judge, we would like an announcement date, I guess mid-April, because Mr. Vidal appears that he may be pre-trial diversion eligible. And we're gonna go over that. But if that's what the route we go, I believe their next signing would be first week of April.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So we'd ask for 6 weeks announcement.
Okay, give us a reset.
April 15th.
Okay, case will be reset to April 15th, 2024. Mr. Vidal, your attorney's gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Galmore, I think this is your only case.
It is, Judge. Thank you.
You're free to go as well. And you have a blessed day.
Ivory.
Jefferson County Court, number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in cause number M 334028, case of South State of Texas versus Ruben Sanders. Mr. Sanders, is that your full name? Okay, how are you doing, Mr. Sanders?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Sanders, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Nathan Reynolds. Attorney Reynolds, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
That's good. Now, Mr. Sanders, I see this case was reset to give you an opportunity to pay the JP reduction. Is that correct?
Supposed to judge, he got his date confused. He says he gets paid Thursday. He can pay it this week.
Yeah,
Okay.
I made a mistake putting it in my phone, the calendar. I put it after the 24th.
Okay, so you're gonna pay the JP reduction this week, you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Thursday,
Uh-huh.
depending on what time they close, the JP court, it'll be Thursday or Friday morning.
Okay, give us a short recess. Sure. Yeah, that'd be fine.
That'll be April, March. 25th.
Okay, it'll be March. The case is reset to March 25th. Give you opportunity to pay the JP reduction. Okay,
Thank you.
your attorney's gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go. You have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Okay. Mir Kanye Percy Bernard. What docket is, did you put Mr. Bernard on? Looking on, no, okay. Here we go. This is cause number M 334104, cases style of state of Texas versus Kamir Kanye Percy Bernard. Kamir, is that your full name? Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And Amir, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Todd LeBlanc. Attorney LeBlanc, how are you doing?
Good.
Again, and again, state is represented in this case by Attorney Andrew Hoover. Attorney Hoover, how are you doing?
Still doing well, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. LeBlanc, do you waive a record in Kamir's case?
We do, Your Honor.
Okay. And Kamir, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Kamir Kanye Percy Bernard, on or about October 31st, 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of assault. Do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes.
And to this charge, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No problem.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials next to a box that is checked nolo contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document, that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. LeBlanc, go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Amir, are you a citizen of the United States? State?
We have no objection.
No objection. State's exhibit number 1 will be admitted, and the court will also take judicial notice of the court's file. Mr. LeBlanc, you've advised and counseled Amir. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No.
Amir, your attorney, Mr. LeBlanc, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Amir, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, sir.
And what is that agreement?
For pleading no contest, the state has offered 1 year deferred probation,
1 year.
$1,300 fine, 40 hours community service, and no contact with the complainant witness, Christopher Douglas.
40 hours of community service?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's the court cost in this case?
287.
Okay. Mayor, state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $287. You will also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month, and a reimbursement fee of $15. Was it court appointed?
Yes.
And you also be required to reimburse Jefferson County, the court appointed attorney's fees of $250. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $159 a month. Will you be able to pay the $159 each month?
Yes.
You will? You seem like you kind of hesitated. Now, let me do this here. I just need you to be truthful. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. And then we'll take it from there. Now, are you working? Okay. Okay. Now, let me do this here. I'm gonna show you a document. Here. Okay. I'm gonna show you a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Could you show this document to your client? Now, come here. Do you recognize that document?
Yes.
On page 2 of that document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant Signature. Is that your signature?
Yes.
Now go back to page 1. Now notice on that document, it had a figure that said that's how much money you were making. Apparently you were working at that time.
Yes.
So you're no longer working now. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So that document, everything on that document, it has changed.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me do this here. Now, the court is going, now, is everything else on this document basically the same with the exception of the income?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the court is going to find that you are indigent. And what that means is that you do not have sufficient income to pay. And so therefore, the court is going to find that you are indigent. And based on that finding of indigency, the court costs, in this case, well, I will convert the finding court costs to community service pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. And let me take a few minutes to do that. So, um, Glenda, you had a provision in the code. I think when we waived the attorney's fees. Code of criminal procedure. Yeah, I think it's, what is it?
Attorney fees is 26.05.
Okay. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Okay. And now the attorney's fees in this case are going to be waived as well, pursuant to Article 26.05 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. That's 26.05 G1 1. Okay. So, and the probation fee is going to be reduced to the statutory minimum of $25 a month from $60 a month. So that put us at. Okay. 300. Well, let's see what we got. So it's 495, 11. Well, okay. So your fees, okay, let me do this here. And we're back on the record. The state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During this 1 year deferred adjudication probationary period, a fine of $300 plus court costs of $287 will be converted to 47 hours of community service. The attorney's fees in this case will be waived pursuant to Article 26.05 G1-1. The probation fees will be reduced to the statutory minimum from $60 a month to $25 a month. Now you'll be required to pay a urinalysis fee of $15 a month and the reimbursement fee is $15. Your total monthly installments. Let's see if I have this right. The total monthly installments will be $45 a month. Will you be able to pay the $45 each month? Okay. You'll also be required to perform 40 hours of community service. That's the 40 hours of community service plus the 47 that was converted from fine and court costs, which comes to a total of 87 hours of community service. And you cannot have any contact with Christopher Douglas, the victim in this case, and you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. Here, do you understand the state's offer and the court's adjustments?
Yes.
And do you think that is fair and just?
Yes.
And do you accept it? Okay, okay, Kamir, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you entered into with the state with the adjustments that court has made based on the finding of you being indigent pursuant to Article 42.15 of Texas Code of Criminal Procedure and Article 26.05 G1-1 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Just have a seat. It's going to take up a little time for our court reporter to redo the paperwork based on what I just told you. When they're ready for you, you'll come back up to the window, follow the direction of our bailiff. And once you finish following directions of the bailiff, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. LeBon, is your last case? You're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day. Earl Shaquille Holland. Earl Shaquille. And Mr. Holland, or Earl, your full name is Earl Shaquille Holland? How are you doing, Earl? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Earl, you're represented in your case by your attorney Bruce Smith. Attorney Smith, how are you doing?
Fine, Your Honor.
Mr. Smith, do you waive a record in Earl's case?
We do, Your Honor.
Earl, I have before me a document that is titled Motion to Forfeit. Do you recognize this motion? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Yeah. Oh, did I swear you in? Okay, could you please raise your right hand? Earl, you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. You may put your hand down now. Let me go just again. Do you recognize this motion?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Before you signed and initial this before you signed this document, did your attorney go over this document with you? And did you read and understand everything that he went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge? And you want the court to grant this motion to forfeit the weapon, in this case, to the Beaumont Police Department. Okay. Earl, I'm granting this motion to forfeit the weapon to the Beaumont Police Department. State, do you have an additional motion?
We do, Your Honor. State has a motion to dismiss, and it's based on the forfeiture as well as a plea received by Mr. Earl in felony court.
Okay. Is that correct, Mr.
That is
Smith?
correct.
Earl, I'm signing this motion to forfeit the weapon in this case. I mean, to dismiss the case. Your attorney is going to get a copy of this motion from our court coordinator. Once you get a copy of this motion, you'll get a copy from him. She get a copy, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, please stand in front of the court coordinator. You're free to go as well, Mr. Smith. You have a blessed day.
No,
He had two cases, didn't he? Dejon had two cases. Only see one dismissal.
he said one was dismissed and one was, probation on the felonies.
No, I'm talking about misdemeanors. And I'm talking about in this court.
No.
Who,
Aubrey, Dejon Aubrey? Yes.
yeah, but I only looking at one dismissal. Okay.
right down. Oh, okay, okay, you have this in here. Okay, yes, you have. Yeah, ma'am. I'm gonna take the long off, yeah. The Holland. Yeah.
Savoy.
Yes, it's right on the phone. Yeah.
I mean, it's not from here, it's away. Yeah.